All right. Does anyone want to give a quick recap? Not much happened last time, or I can just give a recap.
Go ahead.
Let me see if I can,
Go for it, Max.
because I always like when the players give the recap. We showed up in a stable. Nikki showed up, but he was not even in the right town apparently of his mercenary group, so he decided to join us. A guy without a leg who is looking for Membrum regeneratus wanted to hire us because the caravan it was supposed to be on never showed up. So we hiked. Oh, and he had a drinking problem. So we hiked north, I believe, and came to a ravine where a bridge had broken and presumably the caravan had fallen in. So we ventured down into the depths. And there was some evidence that the caravan had crashed down at the bottom. But we entered into the cave, at which point it was super dark and we kind of bumbled around. We saw some goblins. We bumped into the halfling and the human who had his tongue cut out. And they told us that the goblins had the kobolds as prisoners, I believe. And the halfling kept asking if we were killers, at which point negotiations broke down and we tried to leave and he went invisible and a whole fight busted out. Nikki burning hands triple killed me and Brendan and the halfling, and then but not before we woke up the giant or the cave troll or whatever it was.
Ogre.
The ogre, he was coming at Nikki, but Nikki ducked and the ogre impaled the tongueless human. And then Nikki somehow pulled out some crazy lucky rolls and managed to stabilize both me and Pimbo. And I think we ended there.
So where we ended, good recap. You forgot even, I would have forgotten some of those details as well.
I watched the VOD twice.
Oh, well, there you have it. It ends, we ended a bit on a cliffhanger where Idney had heroically jumped onto the cave ogre's face, and they went toppling over the little cliff into the water. And can everyone see my stream?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So currently,
Also, the inciting incident with the fight was, didn't someone knock over their pot of boiling kobold and it and put out the fire?
Yep.
Was that me?
That was Idney, I believe, because Idney
okay.
rolled a 1 on a charisma check.
Mm.
So we'll start off. So both Gralk and Pimbo, you're not dying, but you're unconscious. Idney, we're gonna go straight to you. It has gone pitch black because that bridge is out and fizzled. No light source currently. You're gripped onto the ogre's neck and face, basically, and as you fall back, you hear this crack as he hits his head on the other side of the ravine as you tumble into the water. And as you crash down several feet into the water, you can't see, but you can immediately taste blood flowing from the wound and into the water. What would you like to do?
My wound or
his wound?
Okay. Am I above water? Am I underwater?
You are currently, you think, a few feet underwater, but you're still gripped onto his head right now.
I'm going to use his head as a kind of some leverage to climb up, and then hopefully from that push off his head and kind of and surface.
Okay, do a dex check for me. Okay, that's it. So as you begin to try and vault basically off of his head, the massive limbs are still whipping around, and a big hand seems to grab your ankle and find it and keep you down. And currently you're trapped underwater. Go ahead and do a constitution check for me for holding your breath.
16.
Okay, so you're managing to hold your breath just fine, but you are trapped underwater, and you seem to be sinking more and more. And I'm going just based off my camera order. So, Brandon, can you roll a Constitution check for me?
5.
Okay, you're still wistfully asleep. Grelk.
Constitution?
Yeah.
13.
Ooh, so close. Still quite asleep. And now
Okay.
we are at the ogre. Oh man, he's swinging well. So through the water, with your ankle grabbed, you feel a heavy fist come out and just nail you across the face as you're trying to hold your breath. It's a lot slower than usual, but still heavy, still tough. You take 4 damage.
Okay.
And then your nose starts bleeding in the water as well. That you can feel. Still pitch black though. And it's your turn.
So I don't know if you remember, but when I went for this, when I went at this ogre, I went at it with my dagger.
You have your dagger in hand.
Okay. I'm just gonna try and give some stabs on my ankle around his, at his hand or.
You got it. Do an attack at disadvantage.
Okay. 9.
Okay. Oh, that is exactly what you needed. All right. So let me do. Go ahead and roll for damage.
4.
Okay. And he fails his Constitution check. So as you're just kind of blindly stabbing, you luckily manage to miss your ankle and start stabbing into these thick sausage fingers. And as you keep stabbing, the grip loosens, and you feel it kind of let go. And as he seems to be sinking lower and lower, but you're managing to tread a bit and you're still underwater. But we're going to cut to Pimbo. Do another Constitution check for me.
16.
Okay, so in your dreams, you're back on the battlefield as a soldier, and you're kind of cradling your best friend's head since childhood, and he's passed, he's bloodied, he's gone. And as you look up hopeless, the mysterious arm of Madeira, white and ruined, and as it gets closer to you from the skies, reaches down to you, and you touch it, you awaken a gasp with 1 hit point. You're in complete darkness as well. And Grok.
11.
You're still out.
Am I dreaming at least?
It's a deep sleep.
Oh.
And then... Oh, wow. The ogre just rolled a natural 20. So as you feel the ogre kind of start fading away from you, whipping around, it gets this sudden burst and starts coming towards you. And though you can't see it, it starts colliding with you a bunch as it's trying to grab hold of you or anything it can. So it's kind of back up with you. You can't tell exactly your positioning, but you can feel its presence. And it's your turn.
Can you, can you show me exactly where I am? Or, first question, can I see, is my head above surface or am I still underwater?
You are underwater still. See this little slot right here? You're down there in the water.
Okay, I'm just going to try and swim up.
You got it. Dex check.
6.
Okay, Constitution check.
21.
All right, so you're managing to hold your breath just fine. You're not taking any damage, but every time you try and swim up, you collide with some limb of this ogre's, and you just can't seem to quite find the surface. Pimbo.
So I can't see anything. One of my, I assume it's a little fuzzy with everything that happened before. One of my torches I marked as on, so
that got thrown into the water. That's gone.
Okay, I assumed. Okay, I guess I'll light. Well, no, I'm gonna feel around. Hello, Rock.
You hear no response. You hear some deep breathing nearby to the south. It could possibly just be Grelk snoring.
I would like to feel with my hands over it.
Okay. Since you're crawling, you're taking your time. I'll let you. How do I get you out of prone state? There we go. I will let you reach him, and you can feel that he's just completely passed out, deep breathing, snoring a bit on his back.
Oh, holy Madeira! Is there anything I can do for you, Grok? Sort of pat his face.
Okay, so you're gonna
trying to wake him up, not violently, just.
Okay. Do a Constitution at advantage there, Grok.
Okie doke. Wow. I rolled a 1 and then an 8.
All right, so he still doesn't seem to be responding, unfortunately. He's just in a deep snore. We're gonna go to the ogre. He's going to. Okay, so he's going to start sinking again, and his movements seem to be getting slower. You're able to hear the bubbles becoming less and less frequent, passing your face. Indy, it's your turn.
I'm gonna keep swimming.
You got it.
9. Getting a little better.
A little bit. I'll let you go a few feet up. You still haven't quite hit the surface. Do a Constitution check.
6.
Okay. Roll a D4 for me.
Oh boy, this might be it. Boys and girls. 4.
All right, you're at 0 hit points, so you just are unable to hold your breath, and you gasp in, and then just the water fills your lungs, and you're unconscious. Pimbo.
Well, Grok, if you're not going to wake up, I suppose. Hold on a moment. Where is Yidney? And I will light a torch at this point.
Okay. And go ahead and do a wisdom check for me, please.
Okay. $11.
Okay. So because this, besides the gentle snoring of Grauk, from below you hear these bubbles, kind of echoing about the tiny cliff below, the little ravine that you knew was down there, and you can kind of hear the bloop, 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 because it kind of sticks out to you because this water was completely dead calm before.
Mm-hmm. Can I walk over to it and look over the ledge hold my torch?
Absolutely. And so you look over, and this water is crystal clear, and you can see the now just kind of floating there, dead body of Inni, and the ogre just kind of fading into the darkness as it keeps falling.
Oh boy!
And you notice the bubbles that were passing up have kind of all stopped. And we'll cut to.
Do I have time? Okay.
We'll say that was your turn. Gralk.
All right, come on.
12.
Still peacefully asleep.
Please.
Nikki, roll a d4 at your constitution.
I'm getting my metal dice. These are bad luck dice, and I'm rolling.
Okay.
6, and I've rolled like all 4s.
Okay, so you have 6 rounds before you're dead.
Okay.
So you just subtract one. Actually, roll a d20. I forgot about this rule. Just roll a straight d20.
16.
Okay. So when you're unconscious like this, you just roll d20. If you get a 20, you're up with 1 hit point. So just do that every time it's your turn and you're unconscious.
So that was. So now next, I'm at 5 now, right? Because that was
exactly.
1.
Yeah. So your floating body kind of hits the surface as it's kind of just dangling there. And we'll go to Pimbo. It's about 20 feet down.
Okay. Oh, Madeira. I never thought I'd be doing something like this. Usually Grok is the one to rescue people.
So casual.
I'm going to look for a place to put my torch as I'm trembling in fear. And
okay.
And then I will jump right in.
Oh, you're going to jump in. All right. Awesome. So you kind of just lay your torch on the end.
Is it a sheer cliff?
It's pretty sheer. Yeah, it's a clean jump if you want to jump in.
I'm not going to try to climb, no.
Okay. The walls around do seem pretty smooth and stuff like that. So you're going to leave your torch at the edge and kind of just dive in?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you taking your bag with you?
No.
Okay.
I will get out my rope and take that with me.
Okay. But
the rest... I'm leaving the rest of my bag there.
Okay. Does that include your weapons?
As well.
Okay. Noted.
It does, yeah.
Just trying to remember. It's about right here is where you left it. Okay. So you do a big old dive in. It's an easy jump. I won't make you roll for that. And now you're kind of just treading water, floating next to Idni's unconscious body. So I'll give you an action. So
I would like to try to swim over because Yidni's smaller than me, right?
You're about the same size.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try to get Yidni's arms like over my kind of a piggyback thing.
Okay.
Try to get in that position and get Yidni's head above water.
Okay. So in this case, either do a dex or a strength, whichever you like.
Dex.
Okay.
13.
Okay, you managed to get his head above the water, up on your shoulder, and manage to stay above the water. What concerns you is there's no gasp of air as you get him out. He's clearly starting to fade.
Isn't it a she?
Oh shit! Sorry, Idni. She's clearly starting to fade away, and we'll cut to Grok peacefully.
All right.
As you put a blanket over him to just take a nap.
We're busting out my metal dice. Here we go. 12.
Still not showing up for the opportunity. You actually kind of like nestle around and then get on a more comfy rock to sleep on. And Indy, roll 20 and take a round from here.
Still down.
All right, Pimbo.
I would like to tie Yidni to me so that I can swim or climb more easily.
How
so
would
that
you
I'm
like
not
to tie her?
holding. Just like around, like I don't know. I guess a couple goes around like this way, then over this shoulder, then around that way. Just enough to sort of keep her that she's draped over my back like that.
Gotcha.
So that I can use my arms to swim or climb.
Okay.
So I'd like to do that, and then try to swim to the edge and kind of grab onto anything that's there, so I'm no longer just floating or treading water.
Okay, so with that, you managed to kind of maneuver around to try and tie it. Go ahead and what's your dex bonus?
1.
To the best of your knowledge, there is light. It's pretty dark. You're also splashing around in water. It's as tight of a knot as you can get it. So then you start to drag her over, I'm guessing, towards the side Grok's on. Mm-hmm. And you kind of feel along. This is smooth, wet stone. This is going to be really, really difficult to climb without any assistance. Grok.
Alrighty, come on.
Grok's gonna wake up refreshed though.
Sorry, rolled under my keyboard.
Okay.
19.
Hell yes. All right, Grok. You're in a completely black room, and across the room, there's a figure in a bed. And as you approach that figure, you start to realize it's a hospital bed, and the one in that hospital bed is you. And he's not breathing. So you start to just do the hardest CPR as you can, and eventually you hear even ribs crack. You're pushing so hard, and right when that rib cracks, you awake to torchlight.
Hideo Kojima presents Metal Gear Solid.
And the late title card comes in. So you are up with 1 hit point, Grok.
Okay.
That'll be
I'm gonna
yours.
look around.
That'll be
and
your
see.
turn for now. You just woke up. You're groggy. Nikki.
He needs a moment. Nope.
Okay. How many rounds are you at?
3 more.
All right, Pimbo.
I guess I will call up to Grog. Grog? Is there any chance you're awake by now?
All right, you hear that voice echo up from below, Grok.
Was it my turn or?
I'll let you respond to that, unless you want to do anything else, Pimbo.
Yeah. Where are you?
I'm down in the water with an unconscious Yidney on my back, and I would prefer assistance as soon as you are able.
Oh. I'm gonna dig through my bag for my rope and my grappling hook.
Okay. I'll keep him right here because he's the light source. Okay. And so the grappling hook, it does not come with the rope. It comes with a loop to tie through the rope. I learned recently.
Yeah,
And-
I tie my rope to my grappling hook.
Okay.
Is there something up here that I could wrap my grappling hook around?
Oh, absolutely. You're on there's a big boulder right here. There's a lot of jagged edges. There's some solid cave walls. It's pretty much wherever you want to hook it.
All right. I'm gonna try to wrap it around the boulder and then hook the grappling hook like around the rope, so that it's like tightening itself.
Okay.
And then toss the rope down. Or when I look down, do I see Pimbo and?
Oh yeah, you see him treading water. You see Indy's kind of limp body being dragged along like a dog on a leash. Go ahead and roll a wisdom check as well.
Okay. Oh, that's my best stat. 14.
Okay. As you observe the surroundings with the torch glow, you notice that to the east, through the water, there's also a tunnel. So it seems the water seems to be going somewhere as well. It's still water, but the water continues on to the east.
Okay.
And yeah, so you toss the rope below. We'll cut to Idney. Do another check.
Nope. 2 more.
Okay, and Pimbo, you're up.
Grog, it's a good thing you're up, because Yidney doesn't look so good. I would like to grab the rope, climb it, and also ask Grog. Grog, I'm going to climb, but I need you to help me. This goblin is heavier than she looks.
I'm gonna try to pull on the rope as well.
Okay, so let's have Gralk do a strength check and Pimbo do a strength check at disadvantage, please. You're
Oop.
dragging a whole goblin on you.
17.
6.
Okay. Unfortunately, as you're trying to hold on as Gralk is pulling you off, and about halfway up your fingers slip through the wet rope, and you come crashing back into the water, and it's unfortunate. This is a really tough thing to do. We'll let Gralk go.
Tie the rope on yourself. And I'm gonna. Maybe see if I can brace my feet against something. To pull.
Just an
harder.
edge or the boulder itself? What would you like to brace it on?
Yeah, is this like a? Yeah, maybe the boulder. It's. Is there an edge here that I could get my foot on?
Yeah. I think the floor is jagged enough that you could properly kind of
Okay,
just rig
I'm
yourself.
gonna like sit down and try to my best to get my feet in this nook and get ready to like really heave.
Okay. I'll let you.
Oh,
Well, Pimbo still has to tie himself around. So, Inni.
Nope.
Okay.
One more.
Yeah.
I think?
yeah, you have one more.
All right, Pimbo.
I just remembered that there's magic in this game.
There is magic. You are a priest.
I kind of forgot about that. I would like to cast Cure Wounds.
Do you have your holy symbol with you?
I do.
Okay.
An ivory figure of Madeira.
Okay, go ahead and roll to cast. So you add your... If you have a spell casting bonus, add that. Add your wisdom, and you need an 11 or better.
Wait, spell casting bonus?
So you might just not have that.
Okay, I don't think I have that.
Okay, then just add your wisdom.
16.
Okay, that is a success. Go ahead and roll a d6.
Six.
All right. So as you crash back into the water, the holy symbol's kind of floating around your neck, and you're like, "Oh yeah!" So you kind of pull Indy's body over and touch and mutter this incantation while gripping your symbol with the other hand, and this spell just pushes this water out of Indy's lungs, and she's brought back and kind of in a panic but conscious. And you heal 6 hit points, so you're at whatever, at least 6 hit points. And Gralk, it's your turn.
Do you have that rope tied around you yet?
There was a change of plans. I actually revived Yidney myself. So how about you pull her up first, and then you can pull me up afterwards.
All right. Well, just get the rope tied, and I can pull.
Oh.
I haven't done anything with.
Because time is not nearly as of the essence as it just was, I'll say you can tie it around you. And go ahead and do a strength check, Gralk.
Okay. Do I get like anything for trying to brace, or is it not a good edge? That's fine.
I'll keep that in mind. I'll lower the DC for it.
8.
Unfortunately, you keep slipping on your little foothold you thought was solid, and you, Pimbo, you just don't feel yourself rising as much as you thought you would. So you guys are awkwardly treading water, and while you're pulling, Grok, from the northwest, you notice a torchlight and 2 figures kind of come around the corner. And
Oh God.
we are going to cut to Yidney. What do you want to do?
I thought I was a goner for sure. Thank you, Pimbo.
Of course.
I think
We believers in Madeira must stick together.
yes. I thought of her in my final breath.
This is as you're treading water, by the way.
I don't know. I think the best thing we can do is wait patiently for Grok to pull us up.
God dang it.
Would you like to do anything else, Indy?
Nope.
No. Okay. I should have read the subtext, I guess.
Yeah.
Pimbo, would you like to do anything?
I guess Yidney. Wait, is Yidney still tied to me then?
Yidney is still tied.
When I. Okay. I will
unless you
untie
want to,
myself
unless
from-
that was part of it, yeah.
Yeah, I'll untie myself from Yidney so that it's
Okay.
easier for Grok to only lift one of us.
Got you. Okay.
Grok, it should be easier now.
Question to the DM. So iron
sir.
spikes. I'm assuming you need something to hammer them into the wall.
It depends on how soft the wall is.
I'm gonna before I pull, I'm gonna feel the rock and I'm gonna maybe grab an iron spike out of my bag and bang it on the rock and see how.
Which rock are you banging it on?
Just the one I'm sitting on because I'm still braced.
Okay.
Presumably holding them from getting swept down current.
The one you are currently sitting on seems pretty hard. With just your arm force, it wouldn't go directly in.
Okay, I'm just gonna attempt to pull the rope then.
Okay. Do another strength check for me.
Oh god, come
If the rolls are awkwardly low tonight.
3.
So you kind of are distracted by the torchlight as you're pulling, and it's just not working out for you. Idney.
Grok? Grok? Are you going to pull us up now?
We might have a change in plans. We might be going downstream.
Why?
We got company up here.
Oh,
As you say that, the
Well, make
torchlight
sure you
gets
bring my-
closer.
Grok, if you decide to join us down here, please be sure to bring my belongings.
I look around. Do I see what belongings do I see?
So you see Pimbo's backpack basically right at your feet. He left. It has all his stuff, like his weapons and all that stuff.
What about
Do I see like any of Yidney's stuff, or is it all on?
what about
Yeah.
my stuff?
That's all on you, Yidney.
Oh, so I'm good. I got everything.
Yeah, you have everything.
Oh, sweet.
It's all waterproof.
I'm untying the rope.
it's North Face.
Okay.
I'm gonna-
As you say that, you kind of hear about 50 feet to your northwest from the torchlight. You speak Orc, right?
Um,
I'm guessing.
Wait,
yes.
are you an orc? I can't remember.
He's a half orc.
Half orc.
Okay, that's a yes.
Yes, I do.
Okay, you hear a, "Hey, who are you?"
Stop right there. Criminal scum.
Is that what you said?
No, I don't yell stop criminal scum. at
Okay,
them.
noted.
I'm Grok. I'm untying the rope from my waist.
What are you doing here?
Wait, I guess it's not around my waist. I'm undoing the grappling hook around the boulder.
Okay. So as they get closer, you notice one is holding a torch up and he has a weapon drawn. What weapon is that? One is wielding an axe, and the other one without a torch has is holding a short bow, and it has an arrow ready to go. And they approach you very cautiously and suspiciously. And they look around and go ahead and do just a right off the bat charisma check to see how they're initially reacting to you.
12?
Okay. So they kind of look around. They especially look at the cave from which the cave originated. It goes, "Where's the beast?"
He fell in the water.
And they kind of look at the rope. And you're trying to rescue him?
Not him, my buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Am I like frozen at this point, or like do they have like the bow on me? Like
He's
they don't-
not like aiming. He just has it ready to go.
Okay,
But they do seem to keep walking towards you.
I've undone.
You've undone the rope.
grappling hook. Okay, and now I'm gonna go and while I'm talking to them and try to like tie up Pimbo's bag if I can.
Okay, so as you kind of approach the bag, they go, "Hey, stop right there! What are you reaching for?" And the archer's kind of pulling back a bit more. And
Nothing. I don't.
We'll pause there, and we'll go to Yidney. You hear the voices from above, Yidney.
The rope is no longer hold. You guys would have to swim against the current, presumably.
I
There's
think
no.
it's
It's
still
still water. It is still
Oh.
water.
I thought you said the water was going somewhere.
So what I meant was that it continues on. Like, yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, Danny.
I'm just gonna stay quiet.
Okay. Pimbo?
I guess seeing that Yidney is staying quiet, I also will stay quiet.
Alright. We'll go back to you then, Grok. You're
I-
reaching for the bag and they're very suspicious of you.
I step back. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to get my buddies.
Okay, so as you also see the one holding the torch starts looking around at the scene. He sees the crashed campfire. He sees the bloodied, burnt corpse. He sees the big bearded man with a stalagmite jammed through his torso, pinned to the wall. He goes, "What's happened here? What are you doing?"
The cave ogre. It was bad. It got these guys, but then it fell into the water. My buddy stabbed him, and he's down there now. But the ogre's dead.
Leave now. Leave the stuff. Get out of here.
Okay. So it's just me with the bag, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Oh,
going
and there's
to.
a torch on the ground next to you as well.
Okay. I'm gonna reach for the torch slowly.
All right, the archer's pulling back. Last chance.
I can't get out of here if I can't see anything.
The guy holding the torch kind of nods to the archer and he lets up.
Okay. I pick up the torch.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna start walking the direction that we came from. And as I get so that Pimbo's bag is directly next to me,
Okay.
I'm gonna kick it into the water and jump in.
All right. Go ahead and roll a
I'll hold you the
dexterity
torch.
check.
I should have tossed the torch down. Dang it.
I hope my shield doesn't bonk me on the head.
Oh
And
no.
Oh, yeah.
remaining hit point.
I wasn't able to tie your bag closed, so if it was open.
Okay. Do a dex check for trying to be speedy and smooth with this.
And man, these rolls.
Okay. What's your armor class?
11?
Okay. So, you are you holding the torch?
Yeah.
Okay. So and you kick kind of everything down towards your buddies, and they're gonna hop in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you like mid sentence go hup, and then just try and push everything off, and all the junk just starts falling towards Idney and Pimbo, and the archer pulls back, and you just dive down as quick as you can, and you see an arrow whiz straight past your face but miss you. And you guys kind of just scramble out of the way as Grok just belly flops into the water. You're okay, Grok. You're not going to take damage for a belly flop. You'll be fine.
Ego damage.
But now your kind of stuff is scattered. It's a bit chaotic. We'll go to Idney.
I'm going to. So sorry, because to the east, it kind of looks like there's a wall. Does the river in reality continue?
It looks like there's a bit of a tunnel that continues.
Oh, okay.
The tunnel is only a couple feet above the water, and you can see through the torchlight it's gonna dip down. But it does look like it keeps going.
Okay. I'm going to grab what I'm going to try and grab two things and put them in my bag. What do I grab?
Can you read out your inventory there, Pimbo?
How about numbers 5 and 8?
5 is empty. 8 is iron spikes.
Okay. What about 1?
Shield.
Okay. So shield and iron spikes. The iron spikes are kind of tied together with twine, so that's not that big of a deal. You manage to grab them before they sink. The shield is floating on top, and you kind of grab them and kind of shove them behind.
Actually, I'm going to take the shield.
Okay.
I'm going to use it as a little like boogie board.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna,
Come on, guys, this way.
and I'm gonna dog paddle my way under the.
Their hero's journey. All right, Pimbo, what are you doing?
I would like to grab as much as I can, but really, like most importantly, is the longsword. So
Okay, so I'll let you
I have
grab.
to sacrifice anything else. I will go for the longsword.
So
first.
roll a d4.
4.
Okay, so I will let you grab the longsword and 3 other things.
Okay, I'm gonna grab longsword, flint and steel, and grappling hook. Do I still have the rope with me because it's
Yeah, we'll
already on
say
my
it's just
system?
kind of hung around you.
So the only thing I'm actually leaving behind then is rations.
Oh no, the frog head bars.
Oh wait, sorry. I forgot. There's also I will leave the grappling hook and take my idol, unless
That's around your
does
neck.
the idol that was on. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So you managed to grab as much as you can. The little frog head bars from your buddy back at the tavern. It's kind of just floating there, like little Snickers bars. And you grab onto Idney.
Yeah.
Okay, Grok, what are you doing?
I'm assuming the torch went out when I hit the water.
The only source of light now is from the strangers above.
Do I hear like what direction Yidney and Pimbo are going?
You can see them. There's
Oh.
enough light
So
to
there's
see them.
some light.
It's
I'm
faint,
just
but
gonna
you can
start-
see them.
I'm gonna start swimming as fast as I can towards them.
Okay, you're all very close together, so you can even grab onto Pimbo if you want to start a train there.
I'm not gonna be able to pull these.
I don't know if that's gonna speed things up. I'm just gonna swim alongside.
Okay, sounds good. All right. So from above, you hear, "Shoot him down! What are you doing?" And then an arrow just plops right next to you, whizzes past you, and goes straight into the water and go bloop. And so they're firing at you. You're about 15 feet from where you'll have some cover above you. So we'll cut to Idney.
Swimming is half speed, right?
Swimming is half speed.
Can I use my full term to just swim full speed?
Yeah,
distance?
you can use you can do kind of like the dash thing, where you can replace the action with movement. Because you and Pimbo are attached, I'll make you both do dex checks here.
What is?
Pimbo, you're slowing me down.
Roll the 4.
Well,
11.
okay. So you're getting really out of breath, Pimbo, or Idney, as Pimbo's kind of like awkwardly grabbed you around the waist, and your kicking's kind of just hitting him in the torso. So you're going to make it to the cover with Pimbo's firepower in the back. And Grok, I'm going to assume you're swinging alongside. Would you like to do anything else?
Just keep swimming.
Okay. So
Keep swimming.
you manage to all get under cover. It's a couple feet above you is the rock, and after once you get there, in about 5 seconds, you kind of hear like, "Come on, let's go report back," and the light begins to fade as you're kind of treading water in this area. And Yidney.
Well, I don't think that we can climb up at this point. Shall we see where this goes?
I believe that's our only option.
Well, if we wanted, I could try tossing my grappling hook up, but I mean, no guarantees.
I suspect that those two will come back in greater numbers very shortly.
You're probably
Frog?
right.
Did you happen to see anything about what they were wearing? Did they look like soldiers or more like ruffians?
It was hard to tell. I'm not sure I got a very good look.
Go ahead and do a wisdom check, Max. Grok.
Dirty 20.
Okay. You noticed that although they were kind of dressed like bandits, they did both bear a painted symbol on their chest of a very jagged and bloodied axe. They were both donning leather armor as well.
Well, now that I think about it, they were dressed like ruffians, but they both had a symbol painted on them. It looked like a bloody axe, so maybe that does mean they're more soldiers. Hard to tell. It was dark.
I'm trying to think for a moment.
woke
Do we
up
know
from
any?
unconsciousness.
Do we know any mercenary companies with a logo such as that?
I certainly don't.
I don't know.
Nothing comes to mind, Pimbo.
Well, the fact that they said they will be reporting back, whoever they are, they're likely have some presence in the area.
We should be careful.
Presumably.
Maybe they know where this leads, this river. And when we surface, they might be waiting for us.
So by now, the torch has completely faded away, and you're all in complete darkness, swimming and speaking to each other.
Well, let's maybe try to feel our way down. Like, so you said that the ceiling, like, it goes lower and
It's
lower
gonna
until
angle
it touches the water.
Yep.
Maybe we should hold our hand to the ceiling and try to swim. We could keep a rope tied around whoever goes, just in case they could pull on it a couple times if they need to get pulled back.
Sounds good.
Okay. So you guys are gonna tie each other together, kind of? Is that what I'm hearing? Okay. So after a bit, and this does call for this. Okay, so as you're kind of working the rope around, feeling around while treading water, Pimbo, you feel, rather than the rough rope going across your leg, you feel this really slimy, snake-like creature just pass by your skin, and it kind of makes you jump.
Oh! Did anybody else feel that?
Feel what?
Feel what?
It felt like a snake or an eel or some sort of serpent-like creature.
Oh,
This is not the time for jokes, Pimbo.
I only wish I were joking.
Alright, what are you guys doing?
let's get out of here.
Alright,
Let's go.
who's leading the way here? What's the order?
Well, Kidney, after my healing, you do seem to be in the best shape of any of us.
And your shield is proving quite helpful. Perhaps I should kick ahead.
Oh, and do you remember how spellcasting works, Brendan?
Isn't it you can do it until you fail?
Yeah. Okay, just
Yeah.
making sure you know that. You still have cure wounds available until you fail.
Right.
Okay, so you're leading the way, Idney?
Yeah.
And who's in the middle?
I will go next.
Okay, and then Grok. So I need, as you kind of make your way, you all hold your breath and dip under, trying to guide yourself along the cave. Firstly, I need dex checks from all of you.
$13.
Dirty 20.
9.
13, dirty 20, and 9. Okay. So, Grok, I'm going to need a constitution check from you.
Oh, God. 8.
Okay, you're at 1 hit point, right?
Yeah.
Alright, you don't have to roll. So as you guys are blindly making your way, you keep, every time you feel a wall, you manage to get around it. And then you kind of feel a tug at your back, Idney. And you can't quite see what's going on, but you feel like Pimbo's tapping your arm trying to tell you something. And because Pimbo, you notice that as you're dragging them along, Gralk's body's just gone limp. As he apparently did not bring in enough air into his lungs as he went under, and within about 30 seconds, it stopped working for him.
Pull him up.
Wait, is there room for us to go up, or the stone is completely covered?
You're completely in a tunnel of water. There's no space.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like there's no airspace.
There's no airspace right now.
Can I cast a spell?
What spell would you like to cast?
Cure Wounds. Or I guess, does that apply in this situation?
You could bring him back with Cure Wounds, just as you did with Anthony. It might send him into a perpetual drowning state, but he would remain alive, maybe.
Wait, why would he be in a perpetual drowning state?
Because you'd bring him back, and he'd still be unable to breathe.
Oh.
So I think it doesn't say, but I'm gonna say spells require at least some sort of vocal element. So right now, I think your best option is to just try and keep going. Do a Constitution D4 roll, Max.
Me?
Yep.
Oh god. Wait. By Constitution, like add my Constitution bonus?
Yeah, roll a D4 and add your Constitution bonus.
4.
Okay, so you have 4 rounds before you're gonna completely go.
Okay.
All right. I will then try to indicate to Yidney that we should go double time here.
All right, Yidney.
I'm gonna go double time.
All right, so both of you, so do a dex check, Yidney, and Pimbo, do a dex check at disadvantage as you're dragging along Gralk's body.
Both of us?
Just you, or just Pimbo.
6.
15 for me.
Okay, do a strength check, Pim or Yidney, and do a Constitution check, Pimbo.
30-20.
Okay.
16.
All right. So, although you're really struggling to keep up, dragging this dead weight, you're managing to steady your lungs and keep from inhaling any water. Luckily, Yidney is really, with adrenaline, just dragging you guys along, and you turn a corner, and through this water tunnel, finally, some weird, faint blue light shines across the way. Additionally, let's make you do a wisdom check here, Yidney.
16.
Additionally, through this light, you see one pocket of air about 30 feet ahead and another pocket of air 30 feet past that. Go ahead and take a round away from you, Gralk.
Gralk.
Oh, yeah, roll a d20. Sorry, Gralk, I forgot.
18.
Okay, still unconscious. All right, Idney and Pimbo, I'll let you go.
I think this was more flavor text for me, but is this shield actually like buoyant?
Why do you ask?
Because I was gonna try and like put the shield under Gralk as a way to like make him lighter, if that makes sense.
I think all this will do.
I guess
could help. It could just also just drag him along the ceiling. It's iffy.
Okay, I'm gonna try it.
All right.
And get him to that first pocket of air, I guess.
Okay. So you're able to barely see the figures behind you, but you're all finally able to see them. Just roll a straight d20 here.
18.
Okay. So you managed to get the shield lodged under his built shoulders, and he instead of just sinking and kind of flailing around, it did seem to steady him out a bit. It might be a little easier to drag him now. All right, Max, that's roll a d20, take a round from you.
14?
Nope, you need just a natural 20 to come back.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you're swimming towards that first pocket of air. I'm going to need the same thing from you guys. Pinbo, not at a disadvantage anymore.
Sorry, what is this, a dex?
Dex.
18.
Okay.
7.
7? Okay.
Yep.
Constitution check, please.
Both of us?
Just Pinbo.
9.
9? Okay, that's fine. So just as you're... Oh, fuck. I just dropped Grok off the face of the earth. You reach this pocket of air, and it's much more than just a pocket. It's a whole other room and you kind of pull your friends up, and Pinbo, just as you're about to lose your breath, your body starts panicking. You reach the surface and are able to take in a deep breath. You guys kind of pull all your bodies up on the side, and you notice you're in a small cavernous room with the water, and the only even barely source of light, I would hardly count this, is the slight glow still coming from the water. And Gralk, do another d20 roll and take a round.
No.
Okay.
I'm at 1 left.
All right.
No.
Yidney.
So we're out of the water.
If there's anything you could do for Gralk, it would be much appreciated.
Can I
You can do the stabilize thing. Yeah.
Okay. How do I do that?
So that's an int check, DC 15. That's when you took them both down, and you had to do that.
I open Gralk's mouth and I press my goblin lips against his half-orc lips. And I attempt to resuscitate. Oh, and I roll a natural 20.
Oh, I'll let Grok go up to 1 hit point for that also. So
Heck yeah.
with
That's
this,
50%.
Wake up with a goblin sucking on your tongue.
he sucks so hard,
Wakes me right up.
the water jets out, and you're just brought back. And
He just needed a little bit of air.
Pinbo.
That was quite a maneuver. Now I see how you must have brought me and Gralk back earlier. Gralk, I really would prefer if you would maintain consciousness throughout this expedition.
Yeah, so would I.
Try to stay quiet.
Yeah.
So, if you recall, I'm not sure how much you remember, you fell unconscious as we were dragging you through a tunnel of water. We found a pocket of air to revive you in, and we see some blue light glowing in the water.
Yeah, it's coming back. Ugh. What about those orcs? Oh wait, I was already conscious when we got away from them. Sorry, I must have hit my head on one of those rocks.
We'll say it's your turn, Pinbo, if you want to do anything.
Perhaps we can take a moment here to rest for a while, but I do think we should get going soon.
Although you can barely see the outlines of your figures, I will count this as being in complete darkness. So you do start to feel that weight of the Shadowdark upon you. All your stomachs are sinking. This isn't a comfortable room to hang out in.
Does anyone have a torch?
I hold up the soaked torch.
Oh, that's the okay.
That torch technically isn't spent, right?
No, but
It's
it
just
is
like-
drenched. It could have washed off all the oil around the rags. It could be completely unusable.
Do you think it's worth it to try to bring that torch back to luminescence?
Well, if we're... Well...
Or
I
should
do
we
have
wait
oil.
until we're ready to move?
Maybe before we're ready to move. Although, I'm not sure I want to sit here for too much longer without any light.
Did we, those rations that I had to leave behind, the frog head bars or whatever,
Yeah.
did we learn anything about them?
They were just seemed to function as normal rations.
Okay, so no health restoring properties.
Yeah. So how resting works in this game is if you to like regain your hit points and maybe your spells back if you failed them, you have to take a rest, and that includes eating the ration. So that's all part of that process.
Okay.
I still have my rations. If someone needs to rest, thanks to Pimbo, I feel spry.
I'm trying to dig through my bag, just feeling around it. I got my rations as well. Although they're a little wet.
Mine were unfortunately dumped in the water back when the orcs were following us.
Would you like mine?
Well, I don't know if this is a great place for us to be resting at the moment. I'd say we continue on, though Ralk and I are both just inches from passing out again.
I'm gonna fumble around in my bag for the oil, the flask of oil.
Okay.
I got some oil here. I'm not sure if maybe we could... I don't know, maybe we want to try to revive this torch. Is that something you can do, or is that just...
I'll say you can try to do that. Yeah. Yeah,
Wait,
I like that. Sure, go ahead.
Go ahead. Try it, Grok.
Alright, do I have to use the whole flask, or...
It depends how you're gonna try and do this.
So a torch is just like a stick with like cloth around it, right?
Yeah, with oil that will maintain that burn.
Okay, I'm gonna first attempt to take the cloth off and wring out as much water as possible.
Okay.
And then I'm going to, with the cloth undone, I'm gonna just dabble, like, kind of like drizzle like a little olive oil kind of deal.
Okay.
Some of my oil on it. And then I'm gonna wrap it back up. And then I'm gonna drizzle a little bit more on the outside.
Okay. So we'll say
I
that
don't know
used about half the flask.
Okay.
And go ahead and roll just a straight just luck roll, just d20.
13.
Okay. So, fortunately, with your diligent ringing, and they managed to spread across the oil, the torch does ignite for you. You have no idea how long this is going to last, but as of right now, it's supplying decent torchlight.
Good thinking, Grok.
I feel a weight lifted off my shoulder as
And
my sight is restored.
I'll give you a luck token for that.
Oh.
I forgot to hand those out, so I'm gonna remember to do those because those were super useful to you guys last time. Okay.
I look. What's around us?
Okay. So you look around, you see that there is an exit on the on the ground. You can exit through here, or you can. There's this the pool of water that you came from. Additionally, there's a bunch of stalagmites pointed up towards it, and to the left of it, there's a dagger stabbed into the stone.
Anyone need a dagger? You can come in.
I wouldn't
have
say
mine.
no.
Actually, now that you mention it, I'm gonna hand the shield and iron spikes back to Pimbo.
Okay. All right.
She's famous now.
So you grab the dagger. Okay. You take a look at it. It's a bit rusted and old. Nothing arcane or magical seems to be emanating from it. It just seems like
Wait.
an oddly placed dagger.
Don't touch that! I cast Detect Magic.
All right.
I don't believe it. Dirty DM.
Okay, let me see how detect magic works. works, just hypothetically, of course. Okay, you can sense the presence of near range for the spell's duration. If you focus for 2 rounds, you can discern its general properties. Full barriers block this spell. Okay, go ahead and roll to cast.
What do I, it just int?
And do you have any spell casting bonuses or anything? And
No.
okay, yeah, just do your int.
14.
Okay, so you kind of sense not only with the dagger, but kind of do a scan around you, and within this tight room, you sense a tiny little vibration from under your feet. Not from the dagger, but right under your feet, and it's kind of like a phone vibration. It's gone before you even realize it. You can continue to try and maintain focus on this spell, but it's...
When you say under my feet, is it like under my feet and under this whole like ground, or just like under my shoe? Like, what's the radius of this?
So compare it to you're standing on your couch, and there's a vibrating phone under that couch. So it's not like an earthquake or anything.
Yeah.
Something did that.
Is this like dirt, or is it like hard stone?
You can take a look if you want.
Oh, okay.
Well, the dagger seems to be safe, Bimbo, but I felt something vibrating under my foot.
Vibrating, you say?
Yes, it's kind of like when you're standing on your couch and your cuckoo clock goes off under the couch when you lose it there. It's like that. Let me check this ground.
And I get on my knees.
Okay. Do a wisdom check for me.
Natural 1. I eat the ground and I die.
So as you're kind of as explaining and just the whole disorientation, you're still getting water out of your eyes. You can't quite remember exactly where you felt that because you'd been stepping around.
Right.
You do see like there is some loose rock, but it's kind of just scattered around this whole cave room.
I don't think... Maybe I imagined it. I don't think there's anything here.
Pimbo.
Well, if you imagined it, then we better not worry about it.
Yeah, I think that's best. We have more things to worry about.
That's true.
Applause for role playing, you guys. I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. All right, we'll go to you, Grok.
Well, I'm not concerned about the dagger since Pimbo seems to be doing that. I'm gonna go kind of sneak over and poke my head around that corner.
You stealthing?
I'm stealthing.
All right. I believe because you're a thief. I always forget you're a thief because you're a massive orc surgeon. So you got advantage on that.
Yep.
You are holding a torch, so that will give you disadvantage. So cancel those out. So just roll stealth.
Is that just D20?
Dex, unless you have any bonus to your stealth or anything like that.
Nope.
Okay.
19.
All right. So to the best of your knowledge, you sneak around pretty quietly. There's a little area right here you have to push through. Would you like to continue?
No, I'm just looking.
Okay. So go ahead and roll a wisdom check, please.
19 is again.
Okay. So you kind of peek your head around, and across the way, you see a source of light, and you count maybe 3 or 4 small figures ruffling through what seems to be a bunch of wood and rubble, a bunch of crap scattered around. That's probably about 60, 70 feet away to the west.
Okay. Can I keep Is it someone else's turn now? Or?
I'll cut it to Idney.
Idney's going to, I think, patiently wait for Grolk. Kind of like he's done. She's done with the vibrating thing, but at the same time, she's like kind of kicking the ground, just like, what was that?
Would you like to maintain your detect magic focus?
Oh, I didn't know I had it for.
So with the focus spells, you maintain them as long as you can, but you have to roll every round.
I don't think I would.
Okay.
I think I probably would be done.
Okay, so you kind of snap it away.
Yeah.
All right, Pimbo?
Yeah, I also want to look at the ground. I mean, I guess just to observe it.
Okay.
What is this ground we're standing on anyway?
Go ahead and, do a wisdom here.
15.
Okay, so your attention is brought to it because Idney, for a short 4 seconds, was also interested in the ground. This ground is a lot looser than the cavern floors that you've been walking on. It almost looks like it's been chipped away and covered back up.
When we say looser,
it's like gravel. It's like big hunks of gravel, kind of.
And is it like, so when we walk on it, is it kind of like we sink into it a bit?
It's not that loose. It's just kind of like it moves around a bit, kind of like that.
Is there any sort of like indication, or do we have enough detail of light to see if it's like, does this look like, are there any remaining pieces of stone that are situated together as if it were one big stone that were broken, and it's a sign of that? Or is it like if they've all been scattered around so much that you couldn't really tell?
It seems scattered. It seems very like seems to be no pattern to these rocks.
Or yeah, I guess trying to determine if it looks like it was broken, like smashed, or just like worn away, or like cracked little by little as feet passed over it or something.
It looks.
Or if it's not, if
I'll say it looks smashed. I think that's the
Okay.
best way to describe it.
Okay.
All right, Grelk.
Hey, I'm kind of not, I guess, sneaking back to the rest of the party. There's some, probably goblins or something out there, but 60, 70 feet away, rummaging through something, so.
Did you say
I'm gonna
multiple?
rest. Yeah, there was, I think I saw about 4. We should, so if we're gonna rest, we should probably do it here before and maybe get our bearings and get all of our equipment ready before we head out.
Well, looking ahead, would we rather deal with goblins or deal with whatever's in the water?
I'm feeling better about goblins, given our last experience with the water.
As do I.
Well, I certainly wouldn't mind taking a rest.
Agreed.
Indigo, did you say the Shadowdark feeling is mitigated by torches?
Mm-hmm. So as long as you're in the light, your luck's a lot higher. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
There's an actual system for bad shit happening based on whether you're in light or in complete darkness.
Okay. Actually, really quickly, could we get a torch inventory?
I've got no torches.
You're carrying
no
my
torch.
second torch there.
Well, I'm counting it as yours, but
Idney?
I don't have any torches. You know,
Sorry,
What
go
you-
ahead.
perhaps we could rest with this torch and then take our chances attacking the goblins. If there are 3 of us, I think we might have a chance to defeat them. And then it seems from Grolk's explanation that they had light. Is that correct, Grolk?
yeah, there was light.
That's an option. Or we could just do it now and rest with a little bit safer odds that they don't discover us.
So just for some rules here, if you want to keep a fire going for an 8-hour rest, that consumes 3 torches if you don't have any source of lumber. If you want to try and do a dark nap here, because your torch isn't going to last that long, that'll be a different story.
So resting has to be 8 hours.
To
That's
get a
the
full
only kind of
rest. Yeah.
Okay.
A dark
To get
nap.
your spells back and your health back, that's 8 hours.
I could
Well-
try and
In a ration.
I could feign as an ally and then start the ambush, and you two could follow in.
Me and Grolk are both, as I said earlier, just inches from death. If we take one bad hit from those goblins, we'll go down pretty easily.
I see.
So if you'd like, I could try to heal you, Grolk, so that at least one of us is in slightly better shape. But our chances of avoiding any damage whatsoever are somewhat low.
Well, I mean, I don't know how much you want to, like me talking about hit points. I don't know how much you want to.
Keep it roleplay.
Well, you could try to heal me, but I'm kind of a lightweight, I guess. I'd avoid not to get in fights.
I
Maybe
understand.
stay at the back.
So I will do my best to heal you, and then if I go down, hopefully you'll be able to heal me.
Fair enough.
All right, I will brandish my ivory Madeira figure,
Yeah.
gaze into her eyes, and mutter some words to cast Cure Wounds on Grolk.
You got it. Go for it.
Ooh, that's a failure.
So,
Give luck die.
Oh,
luck
okay.
dice.
all right.
Does that just mean I get to redo it?
Yeah, take advantage.
15.
All right. So, although you're stressed out and you're tired and you almost lose connection with Madeira, you manage to refocus and you move your hands across Gralk's burn wounds, and they just magically sew back up because you have one remaining hit point, right, Gralk?
Correct.
You're just
I'm
at max,
one of
yeah.
2.
All right, you're at 2. You're full health.
Excellent.
All right, we'll
Right.
have Gralk go. Unless you still want to discuss.
No, I mean, I guess I'm ready to go. I could try sneaking up on them, maybe.
I thought you'd like to stay back.
Well, that is true, but I'm also good at sneaking, so
Maybe I can distract them since I myself am a goblin, and then, when it kicks off, you're right there. Or even you yourself could do the initial blow.
You
yeah.
know,
I mean,
you'd
taking
be-
them by surprise. Taking them by surprise is very effective in terms of killing them.
Well put.
You're a goblin, Idney. You have your keen senses, and goblins are...
That's right. I forgot to tell you, Grolk. Goblins cannot be surprised.
Yeah,
Sorry.
unfortunate.
Well, Yidney, if I recall, you were actually very adept at taking out multiple people at once. Only one of them was an enemy. So perhaps if you were surrounded by enemies and not friends, you may have a better ratio of enemy to friend killing.
I
Well,
believe the
like,
math
question
does
to the
check
DM.
out.
What'd you say?
Question to the DM.
Yes,
so,
sir.
My ability Backstab says if I hit a creature who is unaware of my attack, I deal an extra weapon die of damage. So that doesn't have to do with surprise.
So those are
Like a
two
different
different things.
mechanic, right?
So you would have to sneak up and then do an attack without him being unaware, and that'll deal the extra damage. Surprise means you kind of ambush, and you guys would all get a turn before the enemy does. Yeah, so you'd all get a turn, and then you'd all roll initiative.
But my Backstab could still work.
Your backstab would totally work, yeah.
Okay.
Granted, you have no confirmation these are goblins. I said small figures.
Well, they don't know that. I told them goblins.
That's true. Yeah, fair enough. As you're standing there in silence, the torch kind of withers for a bit, and then the flame comes back up. Little reminder that this torch may not be as strong as you think it is.
Second question for the DM, really quick.
Yes, sir.
Can I have mage armor on me and also cast a spell and not lose mage armor? It says duration 10 rounds.
Yeah, so it's the only thing close to concentration is focus. Focus, you just can't have two focus spells going on at once. So you can cast mage armor on yourself and cast other spells.
Okay. Well, should we go?
I think we should.
Agreed.
All right.
What will you do, Pimbo?
I will simply get in when the fighting gets hot. Hopefully, I can avoid anything too gruesome with my shield. But I'm no stranger to laying about wildly with my longsword.
I'm gonna hand the torch to Yidney. If you're gonna approach, you might want this. And plus it'll help me maybe stay in the shadows a bit more.
Okay.
All right. Who wants to go first in this?
Maybe I should step out first.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Just because I will be going out. If you go out with a light, then that might draw their attention. And then if I try to sneak out, then they're gonna.
Okay. So describe what you're doing, Grok.
I'm gonna poke my head out, and
You still see them in that same spot, yeah. You count. You count. One small figure holding the torch and 3 slightly smaller figures. About the kind of wooden rubble and scattered about.
And you said they're 60 to 70 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
Is any of Yidney's torch light pouring through this crack or no?
A little bit. Not enough to notice.
Okay. Basically, I'm going to try to sneak out and then maybe hug one of the walls and with the intention of I don't know if I would be able to see this. It might be too dark where I'm at, but
you can see a wall across the way through the little squeeze area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get to cover.
Before you go, one more thing. Are goblins chaotic? Or would I know that?
You know Yidney. Yidney seems pretty neat, but you've also heard horrible tales of goblins in the Shadowdark as well. They can be just as good or as evil as a halfling.
I will approach Gralk, lay my hand on his shoulder, and again in my other hand have my figure of Madeira, and say some warm sounding words in another language, and cast protection from evil on Gralk.
Ooh, okay. So, does that?
And I fail.
You don't. How badly do you fail?
Just by one. Or you have to get 11 or I got a 9.
Okay, so just let me know if you get a critical fail on that, because more shit happens.
Yeah.
Okay, you feel a gentle hand on your shoulder, Gralk, and you kind of hear like, and then you hear after a while like, never mind, just go ahead.
It'll be okay, Pimbo.
You cannot
made it
cast
this far,
protection
but-
from evil till you take long
Okay.
rest.
All right.
Oops.
If anything happens to me, well, it was meant to be, I guess. And then with that, I'm gonna creep out.
All right, go ahead and roll a stealth. So you got advantage now because you're going out without a torch.
And do I add deck?
Dex.
My dex bonus is 0, but 16.
Sorry.
16.
Okay, let me get that down. Okay. So sorry, I got the measurements a little off. It's more like, let me actually measure it for you now. If I can remember how to do this.
Oh, that cool orb.
Okay, so it's about 30 feet away from you. You kind of jump out silently and hug the wall and peek around to see one goblin holding a club and a torch, looking among 3 chained kobolds rummaging around a crashed caravan. There's crap scattered about. Go ahead and do a wisdom check for me.
9.
Okay, so these kobolds are clearly chained up and heavily beaten, scarred up, and they're kind of gathering different things and putting it into a sack next to the goblin. This includes the innards of a man just splayed across the ground. Looks like he was the driver of a caravan. His guts has been torn out, and they're just putting like his intestines and stuff in the bag. Same with the dead horse across the way. It looks like they've been mangled for a couple days now. Like they're taking all the parts of these things. They do not seem to notice it.
That guy needs some Membrum Regeneratus.
We'll cut to who wants to go next after this.
I guess it's my turn.
Because you guys are planning, I'll just let you do your own initiative with each other. Okay, so we'll cut to Idney. What are you doing?
Wish me luck, Pimbo.
Good luck, Yidney.
Was I able to get behind anything or no?
So you're kind of hugging the corner. You're
Oh, okay.
you do notice that through the faint light, a hallway does continue to the southeast as well.
Okay.
All right,
I
Idney.
will take off my cloak and my hat,
Okay.
and I will walk. How far can I get past Gralk? Can I present myself to the goblins?
Mm-hmm. So I'll say you were up here. You can get to about 10 feet from them if you'd like.
I would like to do that.
Okay, and you're kind of announcing yourself.
Yeah.
What are you wearing under your cloak?
We'll say just like brown pants and a white shirt, like a kind of like a shirt with holes, and it has like a string kind of tied through it. You know what I mean?
Okay. And
I
do
don't
you
know,
have a
just-
weapon out, or are you just using your torch?
I will walk out with my staff,
Okay.
and I will say,
Brothers, sisters, do not attack.
this is my goblin language voice.
Oh, okay. So the all of them kind of whip around. At first the goblin kind of turns back to the kobolds, goes, "Get back to work. Who are you?"
I am a goblin from further down the cave, but I ambushed an errant party and took their gold. But I need some respite. If you would let me stay with you to catch my breath, I will share some of the profits.
All right, let's do it.
And I take, because I have a lot of gold. I
Yeah.
have 42 gold. So I'm gonna take my gold patch out and kind of like pull some out and let it fall through my fingers, and kind of to show that I got some quiche.
Okay, with that, let's do that initial charisma check. Do that at advantage.
17.
So almost drooling, the goblin is just staring at the gold pouring from your hand. And
So now it's just 1 goblin and 3 kobolds, right?
Yes.
I just want to make sure I understand the scene. Okay.
he goes, yes, of course. Well, my camp's just around the corner. I'm sure Mugly would love to see you.
Please, I am unfit to walk that long. Perhaps you could either bring him here, or I could just share the gold with you if you'd let me come closer.
He kind of licks his lips. Share the gold with me. Oh, what's the catch?
No catch. I'd just rather split it 2 ways instead of 3.
Charisma here. You're
Okay.
You're luring him in.
9.
Okay. With that, let's cut to Pimbo. What are you doing?
I'm peering out, but I don't want to mess up anything, so I'm very hesitant to try to sneak.
So you're not quite sure what this conversation they're saying. They're speaking in Goblin.
Okay, but I'm readying my shield. I know the old, I know how to charge into battle with a shield, so I'm kind of getting my shield out to, like, I want to push people out of the way if I have to, or like, run into them with it. It's kind of what I'm ready for, but I'm not like straining to try to be part of the conversation or anything. I'm just gonna wait patiently here for a sign.
All right.
Can I ask
Yeah.
one quick question? Where's the flame source?
He's holding a torch.
He's holding a torch. Okay.
Yep. He's got torch in one hand, club in the other. He looks pretty ragged. This looks like not a wealthy goblin. So he kind of inches towards you, and he kind of stops for a second. He's like, and what's stopping me from just killing you and taking it all?
Well, you see, I did take out a party all on my own. I don't know if it'd go well for you.
So you're trying to intimidate him a bit. Okay. Let me go ahead and roll. Charisma.
Charisma?
Yeah. All
19.
right. He kind of lurches back. He's like, "Oh, yeah, of course. I'll just take whatever helps you." And he kind of approaches you, a shaking hand pointed towards you.
Oh, this way.
I'm gonna lead him. I'm gonna lead him towards like kind of where those two kobolds are. There's like that stone made of 3 stone. I wish I could point to it. I just want to lead him in a place where I'm within 5 feet of the 2 kobold.
Okay.
That are there, if that makes sense. So
like
like
right
maybe
here?
go left more. Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
So you're kind of luring him along.
Yeah.
Let me count the gold against this barrel here.
Okay. And as you go around the corner, you do notice another light source coming from the south that bends around to the east. You can't hear any immediate sounds, but as you lure them over, the kobolds kind of stop what they're doing, and with just bloodied hands from digging through the corpse of the horse and rider, are also just eyes locked on your gold. And we'll cut to Gralk.
So how much room is... So they're all looking at the gold.
Mm-hmm.
How much room is like to the north of them?
How much room is to the north of them? Sorry, this camera still sucks. You can see it bends around into some other room, but there's about 10 to 20 feet. There's also just crap scattered everywhere. Like broken barrels, crates, random junk.
Okay. Dagger at the ready. I'm just
Yep.
gonna like creep forward a bit. Maybe stay like 10 feet away from. Maybe move me forward like 10 or 15 feet.
Okay. Is this all right?
Yeah. And I'm still trying to like maintain a low pro. I'm still trying to sneak.
Okay. Let's have you roll stealth again, because you're kind of going into the light.
Don't get too close.
Yeah, so stealth with advantage. 7?
That was an advantage.
That was an advantage.
Okay. So as the let me actually roll. Okay.
Dang
Okay.
it.
Okay. Wow, you got very lucky there, Max. Considering. So as you're kind of showing off the gold, one of the goblins kind of pops its head towards you, Grauk, and locks eyes with you, and it kind of goes. And
One of the goblins? I thought
one of
there
the
was only
kobolds.
One of the kobolds.
This kobold right here seems to see Grauk, while the others are distracted by the gold. It's trying to kind of gather the attention of the others. We will cut to Pimbo.
I want to observe. I'm going to stay back here because I don't want to mess anything up still.
Yeah.
But is there any more we can see? Like, so I see like what looks like, at least in this TaleSpire thing, I see what looks like the one of the wagons, or like a miniature wagon or something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at this point, I'm saying to myself, I see. So this is the fate that the caravan reached. But I'm wanting to look around to see if there's anything like scattered chests or like weapons or anything that looks like it could either be like of use to us in a fight, or signs of something, chests, anything of that. If I can't see anything from here, that's fine. But I don't want to get any closer.
Do a wisdom check.
Okay. 21.
Okay, so your eyes kind of look past the creatures, and you're scanning just for anything useful. There seems to be a lot of food, although rotten or half-eaten, but you do notice a couple torches just laying on the ground unlit. You also see a burned-out torch that you can try and draw conclusions from that. Among the rotting food, you see a few fresh apples that could be edible. Past the junk, you see a kind of a big chest that's been broken open. You can't see what's inside that chest.
Okay. All right.
Cool. All right, we'll cut back to you, Yidney.
Okay. I'm going to say, and you're sure that no one will hear us count the gold?
So the goblin kind of looks over at the kobolds hissing and pointing, and it's gonna start getting distracted and looking around, going, what is it?
I'm going to say, one for you, one for... Oh! And I'm going to drop my bag of gold on the ground, have the coins clatter, and then I'm going to put my thumbs together and cast Burning Hands.
Okay, so as you scatter the gold, all attention just is drawn to that, and all of them just start desperately trying to pick as much as they can up. They don't have pockets, so they're kind of just holding it against. And go ahead and roll a spell cast. You casting Burning Hands, though?
Yeah. What do I need? Like,
You
how
need
do
an
I
11. So it's 10 plus the spells tier. Since you're all level 1, these are tier 1 spells.
21.
Alright. And cast for damage.
4.
Okay, so
Bowcasters are strong, dude.
one.
And you got 8 hit points?
Okay,
What the-
so you do this, and this whip of flame just swings around you, nailing this goblin and this kobold right there. And as the flame just passed through them, their skin just melts off their faces like it's nothing, and you kind of hear this ah! And all this gold clatters to the ground. Same with the kobold, is just out cold. You begin hearing this horrible yelping from the frightened kobolds as they try to back away from you. Roll just straight luck roll for me, please.
4.
Okay. Additionally, you look around at just the scattered wood, almost like tinder, also begins to burn around you, and it's about a couple square feet in front of you is just wood beginning to catch a flame among the broken barrels and crates.
Okay.
Go ahead and we'll call this a surprise round. So I'd say that's good for your turn, Idney. You did a lot there. So I will cut it to Gralk.
These kobolds look chained up, right?
They are chained to each other.
Okay. Oh, to each other.
Yeah.
Maybe just charge at the nearest Yeah, I'll charge at the nearest kobold.
Okay. So you begin running through. Would you like to charge at this one?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get kind of hop on top of the goblin's corpse. These flames are building around you, but they don't seem dangerous enough to burn you yet. What would you like to do?
Gonna stab with my dagger.
All right, go ahead and roll an attack. This is not a stealth attack.
16.
All right, that hits. Roll damage.
4 damage.
Okay. So as it's kind of scrambling away, you come out of the darkness and just sheer fear in the kobold's eyes. It tries to get away, but you grab its chain and then just slice its neck. It's down and dead. The last one is... I gotta do it. Okay. It's in fight or flight. It seemed to chosen fight, and it's kind of rearing you in on you, Gralk, just hissing and angry. And we'll cut to Pimbo.
I'm charging in, head down, shield out.
Okay.
I mean, I'm looking where I'm going enough that I'm not
Yeah.
not gonna charge into Yidney, but I guess could I realistically charge past Yidney, or is this kobold sort of cornered between my party members and the stuff behind it?
So it is kind of jammed against the caravan behind it, but also the barrels to right in front of you are starting to catch on fire.
Okay. I will, before getting too close, before charging into pushing Yidney, then I will pull up short and fumble around for a minute and pull out the new rusty dagger, or the old rusty dagger, I guess, that I found.
Okay.
And get into a position and throw it at it.
All right. Roll. So the daggers are throwable. So roll as if that's a ranged attack.
+2 to hit on range for daggers.
What do you mean by if
No, that's
a
for
ranged
you,
attack?
Andy. So that's
it's
your
not
dexterity and whatever if you have any ranged attack bonuses.
Oh, okay, I don't.
Okay, so just dexterity.
17.
Okay, that hits. Roll damage.
I don't have that in my inventory, since I didn't.
D4.
D4, okay. 3.
All right, you come around the corner and pull it out, just whip it through, and as it starts barking at Gralk,
Ow, wow, wow.
it goes straight through its torso and just pins it to the caravan. You just hear a "Ah!" and then it just goes limp. The flames start building, and around the corner to your left, I wish I could more dramatically do this, but you see 2 more goblins One is wielding a short bow, another is wielding a club, and then led by a hobgoblin.
Oh,
Oh my god.
And the hobgoblin is torch out, going, "Hey, what's going on here?"
Uh-oh.
And everyone roll initiative, please.
That's just a D20?
D20
Natty.
plus Dex.
15.
That's a natural 20, Pimbo.
Hell yeah.
18.
Hell yes.
Well, at least we took care of everyone in the surprise round.
2019. And I'm sorry, what was yours, Nikki?
15.
15. Wow, these are high rolls. Alright. So it's gonna go Pimbo, Enemy, Gralk, and Idney. So go ahead, Pimbo. New turn.
So they are we able to see? We're able to see all of them come.
You can see 3 around this corner.
Okay. How far can I move in a turn?
You move near, which is 30 feet.
Can I retrieve my dagger that's
You-
pinning this kobold here and try
Because it's
giving it
pinned? Yeah, you
a
can.
throw? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to try throwing it again at this
So first,
hobgoblin.
Let's do a strength check. Let's see how jammed in that dagger is.
18.
All right. So you kind of run over. You put your foot up and you just yank it out as the limp kobold just falls to the ground. And you want to launch it at who?
I say a quick prayer to Madeira and want to launch it at the hobgoblin that's right there in the entrance.
Okay. So this hobgoblin, he's got a longsword in hand holding a torch. He's also seems to be donned in chainmail armor.
Ooh.
So go ahead
Alright.
and roll to attack.
5.
All right. Unfortunately, because of just the fire kind of whipping around you and all of that, it just clangs off the cave wall next to him, and you kind of see the hobgoblin look over and begin to laugh, going, and it's going to take its turn, and it's not seeing quite Gralk because of this stone. It's going to kind of come over to you, and in between you two is this 2-foot high flame, and it's kind of rear up, and it's gonna try and jump and just
Sorry,
swing.
who
at
are you referring to as you?
Pimbo. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
And okay. Ooh.
Wait, do you mean Yidney or?
Oh no, sorry. Pimbo's right here. Because you have to go get the dagger.
Oh.
Okay. That was an 18 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
Later, bud.
And sorry, it was a really good roll on his part. And he's going to hit you for 2 damage.
I'm dead.
Okay. So he leaps over the
That would have killed me
flames,
at full health too.
and he kind of knocks your shield away and just heaves his sword up into your body and then tosses you aside. And you are down, and roll a Constitution D4. Level 1 sucks. You got 2 rounds. Alright.
God.
Alright. The goblins.
All of their turns? God dang.
Yeah, sorry, they all go at once. So the goblins are kind of rushing in as well. They're trying to make their way around the fire. This one is going to shoot at you, Yidney.
Okay.
And it is going to.
Dead.
Oh my god. That's a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And you're going to take 1 damage. So the arrow sails through the flames and just nails you right in the thigh, but you kind of yank it out. It's pretty shallow wound, but your blood is running down your thigh now. Behind you, Grok, you whip around and so you hear this. And with a club, this goblin's going to take a swing at you. Oh my god. That's a 13 to hit.
That's gonna hit. I'm dead.
And with just a thunk right on your forehead, you just go out cold.
Wait, how much damage does he do?
Well, you got whole. Oh, okay. You didn't have one hit point. Let me roll. 3.
Dang it, I'm dead.
Oh.
With a big slam into the kobold corpses, you're out. Sorry, Grok. I didn't mean to give you your turn and then forget to go for him. My bad.
Now Yidney kind of.
All right, Yidney, this seems familiar to you.
I rolled a 3 for my constitution.
Okay.
Can I get like more of a top view? Sorry, I'm just trying to like.
Yeah, it's
there
really
attacks
hard
of
to see what's.
Okay.
Are there attacks of opportunity in this game?
There are no attacks of opportunity in this game.
All right, I'm going to shuffle my way to behind the hobgoblin and like looking at the archer goblin. If that makes sense.
Like that?
Yeah,
Okay, there are flames right here.
I know it. I'm gonna cast Burning Hands.
Okay, are you hopping into the flames? Gonna try and hop over them?
Are the flames where my guys right now?
They're kind of like right here.
I guess like that spot. If that spot's occupied by flames, I'm gonna be in flames, right?
Yes, if you jump into there. Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
You're hopping into the flames? Casting?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm casting Burning Hands.
Okay, so as you kind of ease your way in, go
Wait,
ahead.
really quick, Max didn't do his roll for. Can I
You're-
get a turns on Max? Thing down?
do your roll, Grok.
3. He said it was 3.
Okay.
Oh, 3. Okay.
Okay, go ahead and do a constitution check here.
18.
Alright, so you manage to step upon a couple planks of wood with the flames are kind of licking your legs but not doing any damage to you as of right
No, I have more movement after this, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I will cast Burning Hands.
Go for it.
13.
Okay, that works. Roll for damage.
3.
Okay. Where's my pencil? Okay, so as you're balancing on these planks, you kind of use the flame from under you, bring it up, and whip it around you once more. It collides with the goblin in front of you, killing it completely.
Nice.
And you hear this rumble from the back as it collides with the hobgoblin's back, and you go, "Urgh! Who did that?" And Fimbo, give me a constitution. Or do you want to move?
Can I move?
Yeah, you can
I
move.
Do something?
Sorry.
Can I do anything else? I can't reach into my bag or anything, right?
You can use an item. Anything not
Okay.
that.
I'm going to move to the first square where they came from, that entrance, like not going in, right
Uh-huh.
there. Yeah. And as I'm doing that, I'm gonna reach in my bag and try and toss a flask of oil behind me at the hobgoblin. Is that allowed?
I'll let you try if you roll for it.
Okay, what would you like me to roll?
Dex, please.
Just 7.
Okay. So unfortunately, as you're kind of scrambling out of the flames and getting it out and hucking it, it sails over and just falls into the back
Okay.
rubble.
Cooks Pimbo a little more. And I'm gonna say, and as I'm running, I'm just gonna say, over here.
Okay. Pimbo, do a d20 check, please.
I don't know if I can save Pimbo.
No? Okay, you got one round left. Enemy. So, the hobgoblin is looking back at you, and it's gonna put its sword away, take out a dagger, and huck it at you.
Okay.
And it's going to roll a 2. So it's just not even close. It just slips out of his hands and goes ting, 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 off to his right, and he's just
Does it
a little
clatter in the
embarrassed.
exact same spot that my dagger?
Yeah, they actually lay on top of each other. And he's frustrated. He's going to redraw his sword. He's going to toss his torch aside, and he's going to attempt to jump towards you over the flames. He succeeds and just gets straight up in your face, just drooling with rage. And this goblin is going to whip around and kind of just in malicious glee with his club, after taking out a big old half-orc, it's just kind of revving up and going and he's gonna swing at you.
All right.
And what's your armor class?
12.
Okay, he rolls a 9. So you managed to just duck and you go as he swings at you. And we'll cut to Gralk, Constitution.
4.
Okay. How many rounds do you have left?
2 more.
Okay. And Yidney, it's your turn.
All right, burning hands. Here we go.
It's your most useful spell.
We're getting carried.
11.
That's exactly what you needed.
Oh my god.
Nice.
All right, roll damage.
3 again.
Okay. That is exactly what you needed as well. All right, so once more, a little bit of panic as you're watching your friends just kind of cook in the flames. You again summon that ring of fire, and as they kind of rear back, it cooks them from within. It kind of goes down their throat, and you kind of see it bulging out of their torsos as they fall to the ground, both dead. It smells like somebody microwaved a burrito for about 30 minutes. And yeah, what else would you like to do with your turn?
I'm going to, playing fair because I don't know like what their death is. I'm just gonna, because there are no flames on the way to Gralk, right? It's like a clear path.
It's just
all right. I'm just gonna step over, like I'm gonna get in front of Gralk for my next turn to revive.
Okay.
Or stabilize at least.
All right. Yeah, because you used your attack, have your action. That'll be it. So we'll cut to Gralk do a Constitution.
Hey, what about me?
Oh, sorry,
I
Pimbo
still have one
do.
more.
Yeah, sorry, misread.
You're
Already,
lying, right?
already counting Pimbo out, huh?
My bad.
I got this.
I believe in you. Was that your last round?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
He shits himself as he does.
Hey, go ahead.
Oh, I'm dying, right?
You're dying.
Okay, Yidney sees me start to stir, and I pull out it's like I'm trying to get something away from the flame. You see the ivory figure of Madeira. I lay it down, and my hand uncurls, and the ivory is now all blackened.
Oh.
No.
It's escaped the flame, but it's all charred and blackened.
Oh,
So.
man.
Himbo stirs no more.
Pimbo.
Seeing this, because you also worship Madeira, right, Mindy?
Yeah.
You feel horrible sorrow, but also a bit of inspiration as you watch one of your new friends die, and you will get a luck token from that.
Oh my gosh. All right.
And it will be
Oh, your luck token.
speak. Sorry, man. Sorry, Brendan. That was tough luck, man. And so Pimbo just went. All right, Grok, go ahead. Sorry, my cat just got in the way of your camera. What did you do? No.
I did not roll a 20.
All right. So that's
You
one
would-
round
you would heard
left.
a pop off if
One round
you got a
left.
20.
All right. It's up to you, Idney.
All right, I'm gonna get down on my knees, start to attempt to resuscitate Grolk, and out of the corner of my eye, I see the idol that Pimbo was holding, and I'll scuttle over really quick and grab it, and then I'll return back to Grolk,
Okay.
and I will attempt to stabilize.
Yeah.
Tell me again what the modifier is.
Intelligence.
Ooh, okay, that helps me. 21.
Oh!
And almost as if you feel Pimbo's guiding hand around yours, Idney. A celebratory horn past Pimbo's corpse brings you back to life, Grelk, and you're the amount of brain damage you've faced in the past day from just going unconscious is starting to weigh on you a bit more. Where you're up and ready to go, and we'll go out of we'll go from there. I guess I'll turn the combat music off.
He's unconscious, right?
Oh yeah, you are unconscious still, but you are stable.
I'm gonna kind of leave him and scurry over to Pimbo and
Concussed.
just make sure there's nothing I can do.
Go ahead and roll wisdom. I'll allow it.
Dirty 1. He's got it. There's nothing I can do.
Actually, as you stumble over to him, you accidentally kick his head, and you kind of hear more of a snap, and you're like,
You intended to check if there's anything you could do, but instead you just ensured that
he's dead all right.
you finished the job.
Unfortunately, he's gone. I'm sorry. Try not to cry, Nikki. It's just a game, man. I know. It's all right.
I'm gonna crawl over to Grolk.
Mm-hmm.
Grolk.
Roll Constitution check.
Rock.
please.
Kind of just rest my head on his draining IQ brain.
19.
And you kind of hear a deep breath as Grok's eyes open as you rest your head on his chest.
Grolk, you see, as you open your eyes, you see they're immediately clouded by tears falling in on your face.
Are you ugly crying over Grok?
I'm ugly crying.
Love it.
Pimbo's dead, Grolk.
Pimbo's dead? What? I'm like suddenly kind of, even though I was just coming out of unconsciousness, this snaps
You
me
snap
out of it
awake,
a little
yeah,
more.
absolutely.
And I'm scrambling to pull Pimbo's body from the flames.
The flames are dying down as the time passes.
I'm gonna start doing CPR, reminiscent of my dream.
I'll let you roll. Don't add anything though.
11.
It seems hopeless.
Pimbo, no! Pimbo! I'm going for it. A couple ribs are breaking.
Yeah, it's not working. It's not
I
like
just
the dream.
keep going.
I'm gonna
I just-
tie the charred idol around my neck.
Oh man, add that to your inventory.
It's no use, Grolk. He's dead.
Pimbo, he can't be gone. Ugh. I'm getting tired because I've been doing this for like a little bit now, and I kind of slump off of him, and I'm like leaned up against some body of a kobold or something, and tears are coming to my eyes as well. I'm not ugly crying. We've been through a lot together. He pulled me out of some tough times.
He deserves a ritual burial. of Madeira.
What does that entail?
I've only seen it once, but we dismember him, and then we burn his body in the flames.
Well, I seem a little disturbed by
That's
this.
canon now, I guess.
If you're, well, I guess I trust you as another Madeira follower of Madeira. But I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can stomach doing that myself.
I'll do it.
I mope over to the hobgoblin and I grab his giant greatsword, dragging it along the rock behind me, and slowly start lopping off.
Oh my god.
I quarter him. I not just a member. I quarter him, and then I place the body parts on that cart
Okay.
as a and throw some kind of kindling laying around, and I'll cast Burning Hands.
I think we might be able to use a torch.
No, it has to be done this way.
Okay,
Okay, go ahead and roll.
if you insist.
I fail.
If this is a fail.
But unfortunately, the emotions overtaking as you do your classic move. It's just
Oh,
not
no.
coming. Just a few sparks. You kind of slump your head.
Madeira has rejected him. He's damned for life.
Bimbo! He was too good a man to be damned. I'm gonna
Toss
go.
the torch.
Okay.
Oh, you toss the torch, or you tell me to toss
I'm
the
There's
torch?
telling you.
2 torches in the room right now.
I'm not tossing the torch. I'm
Oh,
very practical. I'm gonna light and then step back.
Okay. And poetically, as you light and step back, you notice your torch that you kind of handcrafted yourself dies as you light it. But the caravan rubble lights up for the proper
Does
funeral.
Pinball have his backpack on? Sorry.
Did you take it off?
Get the backpack. Quick.
I scramble and try to grab it.
You managed to grab it just in time as he kind of slips off his body. Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
Inventory. Did you take Bimbo's armor off of him,
no.
or did you cut through it when you?
That's
it's
fucked.
useless though.
Yeah. He also pissed on him.
In Madeira's blessing. You guys get a shield, a long sword. The rusted old dagger is sitting around right next to the one the hobgoblin threw. Flint and steel, 10 iron spikes, grappling hook, 60 feet of rope.
I think just resting.
Okay.
Yeah, can we do it? Can we? So there's a lot of wood here. Can we set up and try to do like an actual rest?
Absolutely. There's also so there's bodies everywhere. There's also an open chest, just to paint more of a picture for you.
We should look around before we
But
rest.
wood-wise, you could absolutely keep a fire running for 8 hours in this area.
I'll hold on to Pimbo's sword just in my inventory. If you don't have any slots, Max.
No.
Okay.
Was there a short bow? Did one of those goblins have a bow?
Yes,
One of them had a short bow.
the one that was killed on Yidney's first.
So yeah, the slave kobolds had nothing. The hobgoblin had 12 gold on him, chainmail armor, a longsword. He had a shield strapped to his back. He did throw a dagger, so that's lying around there. And that's it on him. And then we have a few clubs laying around from the goblins, and we also have short bow with some. Each of them have about 10 arrows.
I'm gonna get rid of my 10-foot pole.
Okay.
Get a short bow. Okay, and then I'm gonna pick up as many torches as we can.
Okay, so scattered around, including in the caravan waste, you find one is lit. That was the one that the hobgoblin was holding. That's currently your only source of light. But within the caravan rubble, you find 3 more torches.
Can I take one, Max?
Yeah, I have 0 torches right now, so
Okay.
you can have
any.
one though.
Yeah, I don't have any.
Okay.
Digging through the food, most of it's rotten, but you managed to find a couple apples and some dried meat, equaling 3 rations that you could eat.
I have 1 ration currently. How many do you have?
I have 3, so you can just have all 3.
Okay, so I have 4.
Remember, we're looking for the Membrum Regeneratus.
Yeah, we need to like look through.
Yeah, why don't you do wisdom checks for that while you're looking through?
I'm not very wise.
I'm wise.
You can both do them. If you're working together, you can both do them.
19.
17.
Okay. So digging through, you've besides what I've mentioned to you, you find apparently there was some somebody of wealth ordered something, because you find a mithril shield etched with soaring dragons.
Wow.
And because that counts as treasure, that is about, you estimate, about worth 40 gold pieces. Both you gained an XP for that.
Where do I put my
Oh,
XP?
I have 1 XP total.
You get 1 XP for that. The XP is like in the middle of the sheet.
Do
Additionally,
you want me to hold on to that, Max?
Yeah, if you can.
Etched with what dragons?
soaring dragons.
Okay.
And then on the opposite end of the spectrum, you find this rotting boot, and you kind of tip it over, and 60 silver pieces pour out of it.
Do you want me to add those, or do you want to add some of those?
How much gold do you have?
17 now. I added the hobgoblin gold.
60 gold. Can I have 20? You can have the rest.
60 silver
Oh,
pieces.
60 silver.
60. So 6 gold.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, you can
yes.
have it. You can have it. Yeah, you got it. I thought it was 60.
But other than that, no Membrum Regeneratus that you can find.
Okay.
And
It was all for naught.
we'll end the night with you guys gathering enough wood to do a little fire, gather
Okay.
around, and eating your rations. So both of you lose a ration,
Okay, I'll subtract 1.
and we'll start there, because we'll see what happens when you guys take a nap next time.
Sounds good.
That's good.
All
So
right.
we only have 1 XP.
XP is through treasure. Like, that's...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
So when
That's
you
what-
find treasure, you get XP for it.
So we've got to prioritize treasure more.